budget foodies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking all about how you can save money on food even when you're incredibly busy. So today's post is inspired by the fact that this is my final week at university. I'm incredibly nervous about finishing, but I'm so excited for it to be done. So today I'm going to share with you a few of my little tips and tricks on how you can save money on your food even when you're busy, so let's get going. So while I was on my year abroad, a friend of mine actually said that often when you're hungry, your mind thinks you're hungry, but you're actually just thirsty. And if you have a drink of water instead of eating, often you find that you're not hungry anymore because your hunger is fed by your thirst, if that makes sense. This water bottle is from Paperchase. It's one of my favourites because it can just fit in my bag. So I suggest getting a water bottle that you can always have on you. If you have to refill it quite a lot, there are so many places that will refill your water bottle for free. My next tip is to arrange your day around when you normally eat. So if normally you have breakfast at say 9, lunch at 1 and dinner at 6, try and avoid being out over those times. If you say go to the library at 2 instead of 1, you can have lunch before you go, then you're less likely to be hungry. It's not just uni students, on Saturdays or Sundays, if you're out about in town, you might find yourself being quite hungry. Try and avoid going out shopping or just being out in general when you normally eat, because otherwise you're likely to buy food out and then of course you're spending more money. And that kind of links into my next tip, which is to meal plan. This is something that I live by. I try and do a meal plan every single week. I think this is actually from Paperchase as well. Bit of a Paperchase fan over here. But I have a little shopping list so I know exactly what I need when I go to the supermarket, which is another great tip. If you do plan your meals, you can then do a shopping list per what you need for those meals. That way, when you go shopping, you know exactly what you need for the week. You're not endlessly buying things. If you're a snack person as well, you might find yourself often nearing down the crisps and chocolate aisle. If you plan your week, you know what you need, and then you're less likely to go out of your way to buy things that, well, you don't need. Another tip of mine, which is my personal favourite, lastly, is to drink tea or coffee when you fancy something sweet. Now, as someone who absolutely loves tea and coffee to the point she has a teacup tattooed on her, this is always something that I opt for. I personally associate drinking tea or coffee with having a break, so I drink water all the time during the day, and then I'll sit down for say 10-15 minutes in the afternoon with a latte or a really nice cup of tea, and I'll just relax for 10-15 minutes. And again, that doesn't have to cost you money. I'll link somewhere up here to my post on 3 tips to save money on your coffee now. There you go guys, I hope that helps. If you're quite like me, quite busy all the time, then little everyday tips can just help you save money here and there, which is pretty much what this is all meant to be about anyway. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this post, please give me a thumbs up, comment below. I'll put my subscribe button here as well if you want to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again soon.